Welcome to Tweedle Dive. I will read a post from Reddit, but before I tell you the story, please click the subscribe button to support me. Thanks. So the story called, Am I the a-hole for telling my daughter that I'm disappointed in her? Hello all. It's been rough with my only daughter as of late. My husband and I, both of us are 55, have one daughter, 30F. We have been married coming up on 32 years soon. My daughter was in a long relationship and married for approximately 9 years, and for a long time I thought that was a good relationship, when out of nowhere around 3 years ago, she decided to divorce her ex-husband. We were told it was a mutual decision, but that ultimately, he wasn't the greatest partner, and there were many things that she was not satisfied within their relationship. So she wanted to leave. We supported her decision. About a year after the divorce, she introduced us to her new boyfriend. And while my husband and I thought it may be a bit early to date, we decided to continue to support her and meet him. He was, and is a very charming man who treats our daughter wonderfully, and you can tell she is extremely happy. Now to the argument. Recently, we were talking with one of our daughter's friends who was visiting our town, and were discussing our daughter's job and her wonderful boyfriend. Her friend in the conversation made a comment about how they were lucky to be in the same orientation together when they started work. As soon as she saw our confused faces, she gave us the full story, as she realized we hadn't been given it. Our daughter had told us while her and her boyfriend worked for the same employer, they didn't meet until after the divorce. We pressed the friend for more information, and she begrudgingly told us that our daughter and her boyfriend had met during orientation at work while our daughter was going through her marital issues. This led to them becoming closer and her filing for divorce from her ex-husband about a year later. So later that day, I asked to have a conversation with my daughter and brought up what her friend had told us. She turned white as snow and basically confirmed her friend's story, but reiterated that there was no physical cheating. I told her that physical cheating was not the only way that you could hurt someone, and that it appeared that she had emotionally cheated on her ex-husband. He may not have been the greatest person, but it didn't excuse her actions. I told her that I was disappointed in her, and while I supported her leaving a bad marriage, that I couldn't look at her and her boyfriend the same in this new light in regards to cheating. I still love her and will treat her boyfriend with respect, but it is definitely something I have a hard time looking past. She got angry with me for not continuing to support her in her journey beyond divorce. Update. Am I the a-hole for telling my daughter that I'm disappointed in her? My daughter has approved me giving an update. Answering some common questions from all of you. Firstly, yes, my daughter got married at 18. Her ex-husband was also 18 at the time. Me and her father did not think that getting married that young was a good idea, but supported her as she was an adult. Secondly, I did not have a good understanding of what the marital problems my daughter was experiencing, but she confirmed that there was no abuse from her ex-husband. Thirdly, she has always been a very private person, but that has never been an issue as she has always been honest with us. On to the update. I received many messages and comments from you all, and I do appreciate the advice and wisdom all of you gave. I think the thing I struggled with the most was being lied to. I felt hurt that my daughter didn't want to tell me the truth. But I realized that this discussion wasn't about me. So I asked my husband for advice, and he recommended my daughter and I sit down together and talk it out. My daughter agreed to talk to me, with the condition that my husband mediate. My daughter started the conversation with that she didn't tell us about the true story about her boyfriend for 2 main reasons. She was worried about being judged by me. And I confirmed her theory. Hearing this made my heart so sad. To see that my own daughter was worried about my judgment. My daughter admitted that she was ashamed for how things down with her divorce. She and her ex were going through some rough times, her work schedule being crazy, and her husband being depressed contributed. She met her then boyfriend during this time and confided in him about this. Before she knew it, she was texting him every day, and even going to his house to hang with him and her friends. She realized at that time she was wrong. So she filed for divorce, and they started officially dating the day after her divorce was final. She again said she didn't physically cheat, but admitted she was not proud of how her marriage ended. The conversation then went to my side. I reiterated that I supported her and her boyfriend. He is a kind and nice man, and he treats her well. And that I loved her unconditionally. I apologized for how I acted, and asked if she could forgive me. She accepted my apology, and did tell me that while my words hurt, I am still a good mother, and that my love that I've given her and her boyfriend has been consistent, and that my actions spoke to that. We agreed to go to some family therapy together in the future, to continue to work out these feelings. We cried, hugged, and I think things will be okay. People can screw up, including myself as my last post shows. But ultimately, good people will always be welcome in my home, and I never plan on changing that. So, am I the a-hole for telling my daughter that I'm disappointed in her? That is the end of the story. Please tell me about your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please click like. Also click subscribe button and turn on the bell notification if you want to get notifications about the latest videos from Tweedle Dive. Bye!